you've ever opened a virus on your PC, then you know what's coming next. It's the fellas.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of right, Em. It does sound kind of like the Jaws theme, but it's got that Asian twist in there, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I like this.
Because I gotta give a public service announcement. I try not to let this show get political, but my conscience will only let me go so far. America, we're in trouble. I saw the writing on the wall, but I kept my mouth shut. But it's gotten to dire consequences. And Donald Trump, who, as many of you on 4chan know, is from the future.
Oh yeah,
he came to the past using Tesla technology to stop the transgressions that he saw happen to bring us to a bad future. He tried by starting with putting the embargo on the Chinese goods. I think it may be too late.
Yeah.
Because from what I've just seen, I've had a revelation today, more specifically, Hollywood in America, you guys are fucked.
Oh, man.
Because the Chi-Coms are kicking ass and taking names. I mean, goddamn. Oh, wait, what am I saying? Hey, guys, you're listening to the fellas. I knew there was something I forgot.
Oh.
I just walk into the room, dick swinging. I just go right for it. But you listen to the fellas, everybody. It's me, Ray, M is in here. Yeah, unfortunately, she's gotten emboldened ever since a certain podcast that she had.
Yeah.
I wasn't around. But we'll get into that later. It's summer blockbuster time. So we decided to watch what was clearly made to be a summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
You know, just a whole bunch of action with very little substance, that sort of thing. It's a tradition in American society.
Yeah.
So we went out and saw, is it Meg or The Meg?
The Meg?
We went out and saw The Meg.
Within the first 5 seconds of the movie, they gave us the title, which was a good sign.
Yeah, I would have called it Jaws on crack, but they preferred to call it The Meg.
I think all the titles that were taken from all those bad sci-fi movies, like The Megalodon.
Is there a movie called The Megalodon?
Yeah.
Well, that would explain why they didn't call it The Megalodon.
Yeah.
Plus, that name sounds gay. The Meg sounds cooler. Yo, I'm The Meg. It's like a shorthand. That's what the cool kids use. Shorthand. Yeah, this is definitely not a movie that I wanted to watch. I'm about to tell you something. We're going to get to the why of it, but I got to point something out first.
Yeah.
This movie was made by, what's the name of the company again?
Legendary Films.
Okay, this movie was made by Legendary Films. Now, a little something you guys should know about Legendary Films. You may remember back in a previous podcast that we did for Pacific Rim Part 2. Now, Pacific Rim Part 1 for me was ho-hum.
It was made by an American company at that time.
Yeah, it was like, I can take it or leave it, whatever. Pacific Rim Part 2, to be honest with you, I had no intentions of seeing, and I had no belief that it would be anything better than ho-hum. And after watching Pacific Rim Part 2, I left that theater, and my erection didn't go away for at least 2-3 days. I mean, I'm just doing my normal thing. I'm shopping, change my oil, doing all type of shit, just with my pants pointing due north. It was very, very difficult time for me. But for a movie that I had no intention of seeing, I ended up giving it a full price.
Whoa.
I didn't realize Legendary Films was an Asian company. Is that a lot of it happened in China for some reason.
It's an Asian company now because
and I hadn't realized that. 2 and 2 didn't click.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow, I was so pleased that a movie that looked awful came out and was fucking-tastic. So we go see this one, and I'm like, man, I would rather take a swift shot to the nuts with a chrome baseball bat than have to see this shit. This looked like it was going to be awful.
I mean, the trailers look pretty good.
Fucking trailers look like shit. Trailers are deceptive. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Well, I was excited. I love shark movies, and sorry I dragged you to watch it.
Well, no. Don't be sorry. I should be apologizing to you. Which is one of the 7 signs of the apocalypse, me apologizing to a woman.
Oh.
But I should be apologizing to you because when I got there, like 5 minutes into the movie, I'm like, oh no. Oh God. Then like 10 minutes into the movie, I'm like, well, whatever. At least they're going to get to the point and make it quick. Then 12 minutes, I'm back to, oh no. And then, let's say 22 to 25 minutes, I was all in. I was all in.
That's pretty early, too.
That is early. That was less than a quarter of the movie. I was all fucking in.
2 hours?
This movie was an hour and 53 minutes.
Yeah, hour 53. So let's say 2 hours.
Yeah.
Less than half an hour. I was all the fuck in. You see, it's at this point where, it's like the stages of remorse when you first start coitus and you realize, oh shit, I forgot the condom.
Yeah.
And now you're like, do I pull out about, do I stop? Oh, what are the ramifications going to be? It's going to be horrible. But then like 20 minutes in, fuck it. You're not even thinking about that.
Yeah,
like, I'm committed. I'm just going to enjoy it for as much as I can. If it weren't so enjoyable, I would be worrying about that. But it is so enjoyable.
Jesus.
I'm not even going to think about it. I'm going to just go for it. What's done is done. What's done is done. I'm going to enjoy it.
Even I enjoyed it.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, condoms suck. See, Em agrees with me. Em agrees with me that condoms are a joke. But let's stay focused on the movie.
Yeah, let's talk about the movie now.
Yeah.
Let's go through the plot because I already want to go into spoiler territory.
Okay. The whole thing is, yes, Legendary did this, and again, did not want to watch it. Horrible expectations. Seems like it's going to be awful. From 20 minutes
Yes.
till the fucking credits rolled. Not 1 second of dissatisfaction. Not 1 second.
Yeah.
In the end, the final scene.
Yes.
Man, I wanted to just jump up. I wanted to jump up in my seat wearing nothing but a pair of socks and my American pride saying, "You do it, Jason Statham." Do it, Jason. Hey, Jason. Shh. Hey, Statham. Do it. Look at me. Do it. And guess what? He fucking did it.
He did what Shia LaBeouf was saying all this time.
He did what I wanted him to do, and I was like, I'm just. It's got some cheesecake in there for the ladies. I was like, fuck it. I'll fuck Jason Statham at this point. Do this one thing I want you to do. And he looked at me, and I swear, I'm gonna have to check it again. I swear, he looked directly at the screen, right at me, and he smiled a little bit, and then he did it, and then he fucking did it. And I'm gonna tell you what that is once we go into spoilers.
Yes.
But
this movie should have been called The Jonah.
the what?
The Jonah. That was the main character.
Oh, Statham. Oh, Jonas. Yeah, that's such a fucking American name. You can tell Chinese people wrote this.
I think it's like a parody of the Bible. You know, Jonah who got swallowed by the fish.
Huh?
Yes.
He got swallowed by, I think that was Geppetto.
Was this fish a megalodon?
It's a fish, so it's related.
Oh, so everything in the ocean is just a fish to you now. Once I give you the story real quick,
we're gonna go to spoilers.
Free.
Yeah.
Normally, I want to just go over the characters first, and then we'll hit the spoilers. I can't do that.
No.
I'm gonna do characters and spoilers at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I gotta break them down as we go. It's gonna be awesome. Here's the idea. So we have the main character, Jonas Taylor. He's actually a deep sea rescues expert. He's supposed to go out on his most important mission. He saved a bunch of people, but he also had to let a bunch of people die.
Yes.
Because in the midst of his rescue operation, a gigantic, you find out fairly early, the Megalodon came and blew up the boat that he was trying to rescue people from, and he was so guilty over not being able to get those last 2 people, he kind of quit. So fast forward, we have the research vessel, the research rig. What was it called, Rick?
Mana 1.
Mana 1. What happens next?
They start the mission of searching through under the levels of sea level. They're entering new territory.
Mariner's Trench, deepest crevice below the ocean. The sub vessel that they send down there, they're going about, like half a mile beneath the Mariner's Trench.
It was like 5,000 more meters going south.
Going down beneath the trench. So it's like, wow, if we can go lower than that, we can see life forms we never even knew existed. So they go down there, and beautiful special effects, by the way, for what they did for down there. That was great.
It looked
super CG, yes.
Yeah, it looked really, really good.
Top notch.
But while they're down there, a creature attacks the ship, and they get stranded. So they're like, oh shit, we got to get down there. We got to get them out. Oh, but that's so low. Only 3 people in all of existence have done a deep sea rescue that low, and only 1 person survived. Well, we've got to go get him, and that person just happens to be the brother of the guy or whatever, and that's Jonas. So Jonas goes down there. He does his rebel cowboy thing.
Yeah,
I don't listen to authority. Blah blah blah. I'm a cowboy. Yippee-yi-ki-yay. I don't listen to authority. And he manages, for the most part, to rescue them, to get them away from this giant shark called the Megalodon. However, when they get back to the top, because of a freak accident, there are gas bubbles that are going up there. The gas bubble actually pushes the shark to the surface. So this went from a rescue movie to basically a let's punch sharks movie. So they have to kill the Megalodon.
Yeah.
And awesomeness ensues.
Yes.
We're going to stop it there.
Yes, we should.
We got him.
It's basically the same plot as Jurassic Park.
Actually,
wait a minute. Is that
actually that's kind of fucking true?
Give or
I don't
take.
want to say.
I would mix.
Explain yourself.
Well,
explain yourself right now. Damn it.
Nature eventually wins.
Oh, she's taking the Jeff Goldblum approach.
Yes.
Nature always pushes
It
through.
seems like this movie
No,
had
he
parodies
said-
of other movies because they quoted the same quote that Jeff Goldblum did in Jurassic Park. So I'm like, oh, this is supposed to be
Nature
like
finds
Jurassic.
a way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nature finds a way.
That's what I said to the last girl who said, how could she possibly be pregnant if I'm wearing a condom and she's got a sponge? And I just quoted her that Jeff Goldblum quote, and I didn't get the pussy. That's another story for another time. But no, let's get to the characters, because I'm chomping at the bit.
Oh, all right. Let's go ahead and do this.
I'm bucking against the saddle and the stirrup that they've got on me, because I want that shit off.
Yeah.
I want to be free, man. I got to get out there
All
to
right.
do it. So we'll give a quick rundown of the characters. So first, there's Jason Statham playing as Jonas Taylor.
Yeah.
And I think there was some sort of error in the movie titling. I think originally this movie was going to be called Jason fucking Statham.
Yeah.
The movie.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
fucking
I
watch
mean,
that.
I will say, right here, right now, Jason Statham has been underused as fuck in
Yes.
the recent movies he's been in.
Yeah,
And,
yes.
and when I say underused, it's like, man, you ain't giving me enough Statham. No,
Yeah.
like you ain't using him right.
Yeah. They're always using him as some kind of bank robber meets some kind of...
No, they're using him, when you say bank robber meets some kind of something, no, what I think you mean to say is they're using him as a thinking man.
Yes.
Jason Statham, whenever I look at him, no man showing the male pattern baldness at the front that he's having should have as much confidence as he has. And I would say to myself, there's something wrong with this guy.
He's got the
and
Bruce-
you look him in his eyes, you can be like, I don't feel right
Yeah.
being close to this guy. There's something wrong with this guy.
He's got the Bruce Willis effect.
Yes, yes. So because of that, Jason Statham just needs to be in action movies doing shit.
Yes.
You know, and don't cut these action movies. Don't splice them in with a thinking Jason Statham. That's how you fucked up with the Transporter.
Yeah, okay.
The first one was okay because
Yeah.
the guy seemed like something of an introvert.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, I can drive and I can shoot and I can drop kick people in the fucking throat and I can have witty conversation. And after ripping this dude's nuts off and shoving it into his mouth and driving my car right through the back of his bed as he's fucking his wife in the third store of his floor, I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna have an intelligent conversation and talk about Johann Bach, you know, because I'm cultured and smart. And it's like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
You're not using the Jason Statham right. If I give you my car, I don't want you fucking up the clutch because you don't know how to shift. Use the Statham right.
I think these China movies are using him the way that Hollywood used to use Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yes.
back in the 90s.
Yes, and it's glorious.
Yeah.
It is glorious.
True Lies.
I mean, you get you a scene where Jason
Don't you
Statham.
talk about my true lies?
Hey, look. All I can remember is Arnold using that plane to mow down one guy.
It got the job done. You're like, all right, okay, yeah, I'll take that.
It was overkill.
That's the word of the day.
You
Yeah.
don't
in
see
this
Arnold
movie.
doing what Jason Statham did. That's another fucking level.
Yeah, you used to.
Yes, you used to.
That last fight, I
Yeah.
could easily be like Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day.
Yeah, he could do that. I could see it.
Yeah, and then he would have jumped in the water to find all the rest of them and finish the job.
That's some like
That's some Arnold Schwarzenegger shit.
that's some like what Hercules comes to New York kind of shit.
Yeah. That's exactly what that is. So Jason Statham, A plus on
Yeah.
this. I actually think after reading the script, I think he was more excited for this than he's been for
Anything else in a while.
anything in a long fucking time, dude. Long fucking time.
He smiled a little bit too much in this fucking movie.
A little bit. Let me go through the characters.
All right.
I was going to bring something up, but I was thinking about it. Let me run through the
Okay,
characters. And then we're going to, from beginning to end, we're going to break this thing down piece by piece. This is why it was so good. Next characters, of course, have to have the female version of the main character, which is basically just a love interest.
Yeah.
Can we all agree that's all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
female
she was
characters,
the love
but-
interest.
All right. The character's name is Su Yin, but I do feel kind of guilty saying her real name because it actually sounds racist, but that's her name and she is Chinese, so don't give me the hate mail. Her name, Ray, say her name. I'm not going to say it.
Bing Bing Lee.
You racist
Are
motherfucker.
you sure you pronounced it?
Yeah, Bing Bing.
Yeah, are you sure pronounce it, Ray? Are you sure that's her name?
Yeah, Bing Bing.
I feel like I'm a fucking
For
I'm
a
a fucking
moment there-
vet in Vietnam trying to find somebody for love me long time.
I thought it said bling bling from a distance. My eyes aren't very fucking
Yeah,
good.
that old fucking man. No, it's Bing Bing Lee first and foremost, let's get this out of the way. Thank you, Legendary Films.
Yes.
Because your movies have some of the most beautiful Asian women I've ever seen. For a country that doesn't, from what I've heard, doesn't properly feed, clothe, or house a good population of their people, their diamonds in the rough are awesome.
Yes.
You got that chick from Pacific Rim who I was like, I would marry, like was a real woman and not just a character.
Yes.
I would marry her and I would just wait at home with an apron to have her dinner and maybe fuck if she's not too tired from work and be damn happy with it. Because that woman was beautiful. Then you get Bing Bing Lee, who's over 40 years old. She looks like she's at most 24.
Yeah.
Dude, at most. And she is beautiful. Not banging, not hot, beautiful.
The classic sense.
Respectful. Yeah. I don't see any tattoos. I don't see any piercings, any of this other this Hollywood dumb shit. This is a woman. You know, at all times, she should be wearing an ankle-length dress and most likely some form of an apron, and she should be in the kitchen doing something. And when I get home, she's going to greet me with my scotch and water because I've been working a long day at the advertising agency here in the 1940s. Because that's the sort of woman she reminds me of, man. She's freaking beautiful. Her English is great.
It's gotten better.
Oh, well, okay. It's gotten much
better. From other movies I've seen, it's gotten
much better. She does a great job bouncing off of the different characters. There's no hesitation in how she's going to respond. The acting seems there or whatever. And I just love, at first I really hated the writing, but once I saw her and Jason Statham interacting, I got it.
Yeah.
The writing seemed kind of bad.
It did feel bad.
But there's a reason for that, which I think we'll finish with the characters and then we'll get into that.
Okay.
That way we're not going to get sidetracked. Oh, by the way, just real quick, what did you think about the scene where Jonas and Soo Yin had a nice discussion about things when he just got out the shower? Did you think that was a very poignant scene to move the plot forward?
Yeah, it was a cute scene. It was adorable. I think any girl would gush over a guy when he's coming out of a steaming shower.
And what was what was the first thing that he said when she came in and they started talking about that?
Oh, I don't really remember what he said. I was also looking at his body coming out of the hot shower.
All right. I guess.
But after their whatever they discussed, there's like a window, a viewing area right at the door. I don't know why. And she goes and takes another peek, even though he says, "I'm gonna now change my clothes." And I'm like, "There you go. Go ahead and take your peek at a guy."
You were upset at the scene change at that point.
I would have done the same thing. Like, oh, as you walk out, he's gonna explain that he needs to get dressed, and she just takes that one more peek at the window and checks it out.
And you would have done the exact same thing.
He should know better. He has the window on his door. I don't know why there's a window in your private quarters.
That's a pretty bad spot for a window. Imagine if you're down there.
Why the fuck are there windows in there?
You know,
you could be masturbating and someone walking through the halls. It's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Obviously, he doesn't care.
It's like, it's not a peek hole. It's a whole viewing window just into the bedroom.
And there's no like walls inside the room.
No, there's nothing.
Except for the bathroom.
Yeah.
So you're going to beat off. I guess you got to go to the bathroom. But.
Yeah, because even in that scene, I even turned to you, like, what the fuck's going on? It's like, what kind of shower is it? Is he laying on his chest and the water's coming down on him?
The moment he came out wearing nothing but a towel and the camera zoomed back to show the fucking 8-pack that he had, I said, here we go. Bring in the woman. Bring in a woman. I was like, first of all the female viewers, and more importantly, all the female Chinese
viewers,
yeah,
they would gasp.
They got their money's worth.
Yeah, they did.
They've been, I bet you they're flicking that bean tonight. And I wasn't even upset with that. I was like, it's all part of the plan. Remember Joker in The Dark Knight? It's all part of the plan. This is the way society sees things, the way it works, the way it's supposed to work, so we all let it go. It's like, okay, it's part of the plan.
Okay.
Because at this point, I got it. I was like, they're going by the old school. We'll get into that. I'm sorry. I want to get into it so bad.
Yeah.
But if I do, we'll end up referencing people without establishing who they are, and it's going to be a fucking mess.
All right.
That's why I'm doing it like this. So next, we have Morris. What's his role? What would you say is his... Because these are all archetypes.
Yeah.
They're all representations of standard Hollywood blockbuster type people.
I would call him the investor.
Stereotype.
No, but I mean like the asshole, the villain. He's clearly
He's
not
the-
the villain. I wouldn't say.
I wouldn't even call him the
not
villain.
really.
The rich
The rich
asshole.
asshole?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, so-
but he wasn't even that much of an asshole.
He wasn't.
wasn't, no.
No, he was just kind of.
He's
I guess,
very
ignorant.
neutral. He was actually just comedy relief because he.
No. We all know who was a comedy relief and a bad one at that. It was two. Paige Kennedy and Jesus, this guy's name. Alpha Daddy Olsen.
Oh, The Wall?
Yeah, those two were the comedy reliefs. The Wall did his job admirably. DJ should never work in
Well,
Hollywood again.
the wall actually looked like he was a marine biologist.
Yeah, he looked like a fucking neckbeard. He was
Oh.
fat. He always sat in reclining seats, and I could see pieces of food stuck in his beard. I'm like, yeah, that guy, he's a marine biologist. Yeah.
And apparently they managed to drag out Masai Oka from
From Heroes?
from Heroes. Yeah.
Yeah, are you sure that's him and that's not somebody who just ate him and
No.
assumed his form?
No, he
Because at
just
first, I didn't even realize that was him until you pointed it out. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, it's the guy from Heroes. I'm like, I think it's fat as shit.
yeah, he has gotten really fat.
In Heroes, he was Hoshi, wasn't he? What's
Yeah,
his
he
name?
was. Yeah, I think it was Hoshi. Yeah.
Was it Hoshi in
Yeah.
Heroes? Yeah, but I was like, man, that guy got fucking big as shit. And the worst part is, how much screen time did he get? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah, like 5 minutes, but apparently they kept talking about him later on throughout the movie. Which
Yeah,
is
and
actually,
showing a
Yeah.
picture of him
They were
on
trying
the
to
wall.
dedicate
Fuck
the
that.
mission
Give me
to
screen
him because
time.
he-
Fuck, you could have did that to the black dude.
Yes.
Yeah, and nobody would have missed that black dude. The movie would have been better off for it. But again, I have a theory about
They
that.
used him for other purposes.
I have a theory as to why that black dude's script was written like that. Remember who the main audience of this is? Chinese people.
Chinese, not American.
How
That's
did
for
they
sure.
see black people on TV?
Oh. How Hollywood depicts them.
Yeah, that's how Hollywood depicts them.
Yeah.
And this was just the lowest common denominator of that. Not one useful, intelligent thing came out of that guy's fucking mouth the entire movie.
What did he do exactly?
I don't even know.
He complained about his job.
No. What was
No.
his job?
What? I don't know
I know what everyone's job was. I
No,
forgot what his was.
He pushed a button and it turned on the camera.
What's his official job?
I don't even know.
Like, what does he do? What is he responsible for there?
Because Ruby Rose, who also is
She
in
was
this
a
movie,
computer
she was
hacker.
the person, the computer hacker.
She was the person who designed the whole thing.
the engineer.
She was the engineer.
Yeah.
But she can also, on a whim, if need be, she can hack into fucking satellites.
Yeah.
Which we learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do whatever the fuck we need at this point in time. She can do it.
Does he have a calculator? Well, shit, I can get on my computer and hack. I can get into his calculator and access all of his bank accounts and start his fucking car.
Yeah.
That type of
She could do
hacker
whatever.
physics.
Yeah, she could do whatever they need.
Yeah, that bullshit. But let me move on. So Ryan Wilson was Morris. He's the CEO. Kind of a lovable douchebag. Then we got Cliff Curtis, who's Mac, which in the biggest atrocity is supposed to be the brother of Jonas Taylor. So he's supposed to be Jason Statham's brother.
I don't see any
And
fucking resemblance.
Clearly, this guy is of some sort of Greek descent.
Probably a brother from a
He's
different
got-
mother,
Look at that nose.
or their mother had two different fathers.
I don't think they're brothers. It doesn't have the same names on the character list.
It only
No,
has
Mac.
the first names.
Mac only has one name.
Yeah.
It's Mac. That's it.
And that's supposed to be Jason Statham's brother and him. Oh yeah, I can definitely see the resemblance. I can definitely see the resemblance.
I could see the resemblance if you would have put Bruce Willis and him next to each other. I would be able to see it.
Oh, you mean Bruce Willis and Jason Statham?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's that squared ass jaw.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But this dude?
Yeah,
I
no.
totally love a movie with both of them together.
No.
It depends on who.
Yeah, because Jason Statham is actually very athletic, and
Bruce Willis's whole catch is that he's not
athletic. Yeah,
anymore.
it's like
Die Hard was the first one that did that. No, I'm the hero who's out of shape.
yes.
My prime days are gone. And then Die Hard went to shit when they made sequels that have him jumping around buildings and flipping cars and shit. And you're like, oh, this is fucking nonsense. But I digress.
We got Winston Chow.
Winston Chow, who is Zhang, and I'm trying to remember.
That's the father.
That's the father.
Yes.
Father's the biologist.
So he runs the whole deep sea rig. He's like the guy in charge, and he's also the father of Bing Bing Lee. Doesn't have much to say, but that's fine. He gets the job done right. Then we have Suya Sophia Kai.
Oh, the little girl. She is so cute.
She is cute as a fucking button. I
Yes.
have nothing negative or snarky to say about her. She plays as Bing Bing Lee's daughter and the granddaughter, of course, of Winston Chow, who's Zhang. And mercifully, the best thing I can say about this little girl, this little angel, I think she's got a great acting career. She knows when to shut the fuck up. That's her best attribute. It's like, you really like my mommy. That's it. All right, get her off the set. Get her off the get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see you. Get off the set. Okay, so let's move on to this next scene.
Yeah, because the camera didn't focus on her at all.
Nope. All she did, she would scream, which would make someone come to her, and then she would say something cute at certain points. Not even something needed.
Yes.
She doesn't need. We don't need to hear her tell Jason Statham, "My mommy likes you." You don't need for us to hear her tell Jason Statham, "Are you gonna bring her back?" "Yeah, I promise." "Okay," and then leave. We didn't need to hear that. She was just there for some cuteness. And you know what? I'll take that cuteness.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have a fucking 6 or 7-year-old girl debating philosophy with the hero as if she's some kind of fucking equal.
Or aimlessly screaming.
Or aimlessly screaming.
She did not scream that once.
No.
No. She screamed once.
Yeah, but it was with everyone else, though, so it doesn't count.
Yes.
Because everybody was screaming.
And then we got Robert Taylor as Heller. This is the doctor.
Oh, wait. No. You missed. I know why you missed. Look right underneath the little girl. What do we got?
Oh, Ruby Rose. But
Take it, Ray.
But we mentioned Ruby Rose. She was the tech engineer.
What was her performance like?
Her performance is actually the best performance I've ever seen her in because she actually looked vulnerable.
And that is a low fucking bar.
Anytime you get to see her without her badass face, that's a good sign. Because normally she's usually angry or she's being snarky or just trying to be a badass. This is one of the movies where
she was not trying to be
she was actually fucking scared.
Yeah, and that was nice. And God gracious, God willing, she had very few lines. She had less lines than the kid. And I gave a slow clap.
She actually had
for how well of a performance she did because she had less lines than the kid.
She actually had some camera shots that were undignifying to her looks.
How so?
In this one?
In this movie, I found her to be a lot uglier than I thought she was.
I was more happy with her looking ugly in this movie.
I didn't mind.
Than when they were purposely trying to make her attractive in others.
Yeah, because they purposely make her look like really attractive in other movies.
I didn't understand the joke about what about your hair? And what about your hair? I'm like, what does this relate to?
I didn't
surviving a shark attack.
That was bad writing on that black dude's part, which is the staple of that character.
For some reason I thought it was an inside joke. So I'm like, do I have to do research to figure out this inside joke?
No, Em. I genuinely in the theater, I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? I actually said the exact same thing. What are you talking about? He's like, what happened to your hair? And I can't say that, he only just now noticed her fucking haircut. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, I know.
What happened to your hair? What happened to your hair? And I'm thinking he'd be like, I fucking cut it. I shaved my hair bald. It didn't fall out because it's all even. It's completely clean shaven.
It's clean.
Was that a joke? Was that an insult? Step up your game, bitch. The only thing I would ever wish, though, if they could just make Ruby Rose up just once. Just so, put makeup on her and do her hairstyle just once in a way that doesn't make her come off as a huge dyke.
Yes.
And what I mean is, I can just be walking down the street in any movie I've seen her in, have her dress exactly as that character, and just have her walk past me, and I'd be like, man,
I think they're just trying to change her look from being a model, because she started off as a model.
Ray, can you get some pictures of her as a model? She looks rough each time, not ugly. I'm not saying she looks ugly. I'm saying I look at her and I imagine her just going to town with her face between some chick's legs. Just looking at her. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Look at these pictures. Look at these pictures.
I can see it.
Everything they put her in, she looks gay.
She is gay.
I know, but that's not really reaching as an actor.
That's not like...
As a black man, if I could convince you I'm white, man, that guy's got some acting chops.
Here's a good example.
So you're implying that she's typecast?
No, yes. Yeah. But it's obvious to everybody. And it kind of hurts you as an actor because then you can't portray a straight person.
Right.
So it's kind of like Ellen DeGeneres DeGeneres before she did her talk show. No one really knew she was gay and she was doing romantic roles.
No. Ellen DeGeneres before she came out.
Yeah, before she came out. That's what I'm saying.
Back when she used to be funny.
Yes. Yeah. And then she was with Harrison Ford in movies.
I think before she came out, she had this one more movie about her getting married, and it was unfortunately
so disingenuous. I know
yes,
what you're
there
talking
was
about.
What, 7 days,
chemistry.
7 nights or something like that?
I think that's what it was.
It's a really old movie, obviously.
But the whole thing is, you can look at
Married Mr. Wrong or something like that.
That's Marrying Mr. Wrong.
Yeah.
But she looked so out of place and uncomfortable. I'm this guy's love interest. And you would think to yourself, okay, why don't you kiss him? And you would imagine her like slowly moving in while not looking him in the eyes.
Right. It was very uncomfortable. There's no chemistry.
Just kind of maybe like pecking him on the mouth, but not wanting to get close enough that his tongue may touch, like his hot lava.
Yeah.
Like the whole movie looked as if she was just really uncomfortable pretending to be the woman that this man fucks.
Yeah, you feel sorry for her that they made her
like,
go in that movie because she didn't seem comfortable in it.
They didn't make her do shit.
They paid her a lot of money for that.
Yeah, but you could see that sort of chemistry, and that's what I mean when I say you look at her walking down the street, and you're like, boy, I bet her mouth smells like some woman's box.
Let's go to the next slide.
All right,
Let's
so
go.
what do we got next?
Because I'm dying to get into this movie, man.
All right. We'll speed up. So
right.
next we have Paige Kennedy, who plays DJ. And the worst part is, you ever hated somebody so much, but you don't blame them for your hatred of them? It's like you got put in a situation that made me hate you, but I still hate you.
Yeah.
But I don't hate you for being you. I hate the person that made you into this thing that I hate.
Yeah.
Now, DJ is the comedy relief. If there is going to be one, it's Paige. He serves no point in this movie whatsoever. He doesn't serve an excuse to bring people together. He doesn't serve as the guy who has the knowledge that gets us that one piece of critical information that we need, that we could have never gotten any other way. Every fucking line is basically, oh lordy, oh they's gonna get us, oh, and then you can just hear he'll try to run off, and you can almost kind of hear the bongos from the Flintstones. You know when they're gonna run off and their legs spin in the air for a second?
Yeah.
And you hear those bongos boopity 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 before they go. That's him. That's his whole role in the movie, is being craven and saying dumb shit that we're supposed to think is funny.
I can't swim.
I can't swim. You work in the middle of the fucking ocean and you can't swim? Man, don't start that racist shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What's racist about that? That's right. Chinese people see these American movies and blacks are supposed to be funny when they say racism. I guess. Even though nothing about that connotation
seems fun.
It says racism. I mean, I don't fucking get it. But again, Chinese writing. I think it's the Chinese writing that made me hate his character so much, because I groaned and sunk down in my seat.
He didn't need to be there.
Every fucking time he opened his mouth. Every time he said something that pissed me off. We'll get into more of that later. So then we got, man, there's a lot of fucking people here.
Robert Taylor.
There's only a couple more, though.
Two left.
Just two left. Okay, so Robert Taylor, that was the doctor. You know what? He could have, we needed the doctor to save the life of certain people. So, yeah.
We'll get into him later, yeah.
He was decent. Jessica McNamee, was that the ex-wife?
Yeah, that was the ex-wife.
Okay. Hot, barely had any speaking roles.
Yeah, I preferred it that way.
Not even worth going over.
And that's about it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. Summer blockbusters, kids. What do you think when you think of summer blockbuster? I'm going to go there. I'm going to see some action. I'm going to get a little bit of humor. And that's all I'm going to ask out of it. Yeah. And the problem is, in today's day and age, recently, I'll probably say the past
2-3 years. 3 years.
I'm thinking it's more than that. I want to say like maybe 5.
I can give it to you.
Hollywood summer blockbusters have been going severely awry.
Yes.
Because I blame first and foremost the directors who are like, you just handed me off some blockbuster bullshit, but I can make it more.
Yeah.
I can make a name for myself. So I'm going to make this reference something that's going on. I'm going to make this talk about a bigger picture that's going on in the real world. I'm going to make it relatable. We're going to talk about sexually harassing women and how that's bad. This character's going to be a transgender lesbian midget who's a Muslim in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And we'll constantly find an excuse to bring that up. But we're going to have her triumphed over adversity. Hey, bro, this is a movie about killing sharks. Yeah. But we're gonna put this message, and we're gonna make her the one that kills the shark by hacking into a laser. Every scene, she's gonna be like, girl power, because girls can do it. And you watch it, and it comes out as a flaming pile of dog shit.
Yeah.
And it's awful, and the stupid message that he's trying to put out is taking you out of the movie itself, which is the only thing you should be concerning yourself with.
Star Wars.
And it turns out to be dog shit. Oh, you had a little sneeze there.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
All right. If you're going to sneeze again, let me know so
Okay.
I can hit the mute button. Now, there is a setup. There's a set of guides. Rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This system was set up by people bigger and better than these newer directors.
Yeah.
These are people who've been there for a while, and they're like, the system works. Follow the system. Read the script. Fucking the Meg read that fucking script. The Meg went through that workflow, and they checked off every fucking box.
Yes.
And this shit is fucking glorious. There's no underwriting statement. There is no political equivalency. There's none of that shit.
No.
Okay, this guy, hero, action guy. Every fucking scene's gonna have him.
there's-
Every scene's gonna have him. This chick, love interest. Find an excuse to get them closer. Show some romantic interest. Keep her looking pretty. This guy, comedy relief. He's gonna say something stupid. Oh, Lord of Jesus, I can't swim. Okay, now you got the crew in there. We gotta have part of the Rainbow Coalition. Asian, check.
Yeah.
Dyke, check.
Yes.
Token black guy, check.
Black guy, check. We got some sort of Greek over here, check. The hero is white, of course. He's
Yeah.
a hero. He doesn't count. Then we have this other guy.
Rich man.
Rich man, check. Oh, by the way, some way, one way or another, rich man's got to be bad.
Oh,
But ever since Morris comes in, he's a nice guy.
he's a nice guy. I liked him.
I like him. He's a down-to-earth, nice guy and whatever. But coming down towards the end, he wasn't evil. He was certainly somewhat dickish.
He was trying to correct the wrongs that he kind of created.
While at the same time reducing any loss for the
Yeah.
company.
Yeah,
Yes.
He tried to take matters into his own hands.
Just to reduce loss
and
for
save the company as well. It's
Yeah.
multitasking.
Yeah, so they did that because, he can't be a good guy. We gotta somehow make him bad.
Yeah.
So they did that to make him a bad guy. Whatever. It gets the plot moving. So we got that. Check. We have some sort of a rivalry or a tension with a former love interest that's needed to bring him back in. We got that. After the fuck up with the submarine.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
the beginning of a
Yeah,
story.
You want to get into that?
Yeah, let's get into that.
All right.
Because I even turned to you and saying, look, he's depressed. The guy is trying to recover from losing his best friends, and they die. He's bummed out, and he's sitting there in a little cantina.
Great customer service.
Great customer service. That wouldn't be handled today. Today, they would just call the cops to escort you out.
What happened was he fell asleep with an empty beer bottle in his
Yes.
hand. Then the waitress came up, took the beer bottle, and put a full beer bottle in his hand.
Yes,
I
while
mean,
still asleep.
Yeah,
Also-
I gotta go through all the trouble. I wake up, now I gotta get her attention just to order more booze. And I'm like, hey, why didn't you give me more booze? Oh, you were passed out. Fuck you think was gonna happen? I've been drinking since 4 o'clock in the morning. It's now 3 in the afternoon. I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah.
Get me my beer.
She
I don't
knows
think
what
it's
she's
too
doing.
much to ask.
She's just trying to get the extra money. It's like, look, you drank that last beer. I got to charge you for that beer. So pretty much the funny thing is he gets on a bike and he's wearing some like dilapidated clothing. I mean, the clothing looked dirty, but he still looked pretty damn clean. Kind of looked really weird.
That's because
I
he's the
didn't really
hero.
notice.
No, there's a reason for that. Yeah, everyone looked dilapidated and dirty.
Yeah.
and worn down, but he looked like very vibrant. He was almost glowing, kind of
Yeah,
like
he was
Jesus.
glowing. Like he was in a tan. He was just tanning all day.
Now that's because you're following the process. You're following the flow. These are the rules let down before you. The hero never looks like shit.
Oh, I
You can
didn't
be
even think about
living
that.
in a world of shit. Let's go back to the original Star Wars. Tatooine. Sand people. Everyone's got drab stuff. Everyone looks like shit. Man, Luke Skywalker's walking around with some clean ass white gi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Scott,
can see
This
that.
is clean ass white robes. Like, yo, there's sand and shit everywhere, man. Why don't you wear a fucking mask on your face so you don't get all this shit blowing in your eyes? Nope. Head completely available, a pristine white gi. He's the hero. Hero has to look good.
And his brother and the Bing Bing's dad came by to kind of recruit him, and they tried to appeal to his pride. They said they would try to appeal to his financially, and he said no, he wouldn't appeal to none of that. Appeal to him in a different way.
Your wife.
Yeah.
Your ex-wife.
Yeah, they
Your
appealed to
ex-wife is the one that's stuck down there.
The
And he
appe-
just kind of looks at the camera.
Yeah, they appealed to his dick. So
That ain't an appeal to his dick, unless you're saying he's hoping he can get like a one last pity fuck for saving her life.
well, at first that's what I thought, because maybe he can get some for rescuing her.
Man, dude, he was in Bangkok or Thailand or some shit. He can actually pay like $50 to have some...
$50?
So I'm saying to have some Taiwanese woman to get plastic surgery to look like his wife.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
that'll
okay.
fix that.
Oh, okay.
But no, I mean, it's the whole thing is they just needed a reason to get him back in. It's like, your wife is trapped down there. He just looks at the camera. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, they don't even show the discussion. Next thing you know, he's just there.
Yeah.
And of course, by the time he got there, freaking Bing Bing Lee is like, it's taking too long. They'll be dead. I'm going down to get them. Because remember, she's a strong woman.
Yeah.
So she jumps in one of their mini subs, which I love, by the way.
They look like
The way the bubbles work.
Yeah.
The sub moves and the bubble moves independently. So you can constantly be facing one way. Like when it dropped, they're facing straight. They're not facing down. And I thought that was really, really awesome.
It reminds me of something out of Jurassic Park, like their spinning ball
the
thing.
rolling ball?
the rolling balls. Yeah.
But it also mixed in with one of those the Naboo fighters from Star Wars Episode 1.
Yeah, but those balls that they were sitting in didn't rotate. So right when she goes down there, as soon as she leaves, Jason Statham shows up and he's like, I'm here now. Come up. I'm going down to take care of this. And she's like, nope, on my way. Go fuck yourself. So naturally, he jumps in like the bigger sub and goes down there. Again, we're following the format.
Yeah.
He's the cowboy. Remember I said you about that before? So
Yeah.
what's the first thing he does when he jumps in there? Starts yanking out all the fucking subroutines
Yeah.
to divert all necessary power to push him down as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Now, realistically, this would kill him.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about depressurization or anything once the hole has been pressurized. You can go as deep as you want. You can go as high as you want. As fast as you want, I should say. I'm sorry. You can go below and up as fast as you want. It's not going to matter. Once it's been pressurized.
Right, nobody suffers
Pressurizing-
from the bends in this time.
No. You're not going to suffer if your thing's been pressurized. But the thing is, it'll take you probably a good half hour to pressurize the fucking hole. He just jumped in it and left.
He said, fuck it.
And he just went down fast as shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he fucking shot down there.
They didn't want to waste time. They said, fuck it, let's just go down
Well, they're
there.
trying to create a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
Right. The people are losing oxygen down there, so.
Yeah. Now, what I don't get is, why did it take them so long? The people down below, I can get it, but the people up high, why did it take them so long? It's like, okay, we're in a place that has had less than zero sunlight. They've had no light, not just sunlight, no moonlight, no starlight, no flashlight. There's no light.
Yes.
If you want to know what it looks like down there underneath this thing, close your eyes. Close your eyes and then move your eyeballs around. Can you see anything? Yeah. That's how dark it is down there. So when you start shining any light, I'm thinking in my head, it's like, okay, first off, you would not have lights. You would be using night vision or more likely infrared to look at the heat signatures of the fish. That's what you would use to look around because you don't want to fuck up the ecosystem. Turning that light on could probably kill thousands of them. No, I'm serious. That could
Put all
kill-
those fishes in shock.
yeah, you could kill thousands of organisms back there. Okay, we're down there. Release the rover. Drop a big tank onto the ground. It's gonna run over shit. I'm like, are you for real? You're fucking destroying.
They're
I'm
in
sure-
water. You could
I'm
have.
sure there's life forms in there walking on the ground. Number one. On top of that, you're ripping apart coral reefs that are necessary for the infrastructure down here. It's necessary for the stuff down here. Those coral reefs aren't decoration. You're ripping apart the fucking environment of the shit you're trying to study,
I
which
didn't
is going
actually
to
think about
fuck up your study.
Wait, I didn't understand if they have controls of the cameras and the lighting up in the station. They could have just had a robot go underneath and not had that.
That's actually kind of fucking true.
The first trial, put a robot.
Realistically, you would send the robot first before you sent people down there. And that was kind of one of the things that irked me. Our theory is that if we go right down to there, that's not the ground. We can go below these gases and there's more down there. Like, okay, so I'm sending my 3 people. Whoa, what? No. This is a theory. That could be the ground and a sub can go down and smash into the ground and you'd be stuck.
Yes.
Or maybe that's not the ground and you head down and as soon as you go through the cloud, there's jagged mountains and you smash into it. That's a huge fucking risk, dude. Send the robot first and once we see, oh yeah, you can go down there. Now we'll send the sub.
Yes.
But whatever. We're just trying to move it along. I'm fine with that. So you turn on all these lights. The moment something is like, yo, there's something coming right at us. It's coming right for us. And I'm waiting like, okay, and turn off the lights. What do we do? Maneuver a little bit. and turn off the lights. I hope it's not hostile. Turn off the fucking lights. There's never been light down here. Turn off the fucking lights. But whatever, they didn't do it. So the thing hits him, it bounced around and stabs Jason Statham's wife.
Ex-wife
Through like the liver or some shit.
Yeah, well, not important.
Yeah, so her and fat ass Toshi and the wall are down there waiting for someone to come get him. So, naturally Statham goes down there, does his cowboy shit, gets his wife and the wall out, but because they had the lights on, and once he hooked up his sub, I don't know why the lights were still on.
Yeah.
They could have turned it off at that point, but whatever. He gets two of them out, but Toshi's still there. And Toshi gives us this note that he wrote to his wife, shoves it in the pocket of the wall, pushes him up, and then seals the thing.
Yeah.
So he could sacrifice himself. And then starts just like blasting all the lights to make sure it went for him. And of course he dies. So Statham shoots up in record time.
Brings everything back.
Everybody back.
Basically a deja vu for him. Because that's what happened to his...
That's exactly
That's what ended his career.
That was on purpose. Because his ex-wife was like, tell Jonas he was right. Jonas was right. There was something down here. And I'm like, how do you know that has anything to do
with the same shit?
It's not even the same location.
It's like a different fucking, it could be different ocean altogether.
You could have just bumped into a really weird
earthquake
rock.
or something.
Jonas, he was right. Where the fuck you come from with that? That makes no goddamn sense. But then after that was M's favorite scene, Jason Statham scrubbing his dick in the shower.
Yeah.
And then I will say, as much cheesecake as I realized that scene was, I'm so glad they put it there because I like how they
did it. It was really well.
Another problem with Hollywood now is whenever you have a woman, no matter what her purpose is, they have to make her powerful because they do not want to show a woman with any form of weakness because, I am woman, hear me roar. And when you take it to the point where you remove realism because you don't want to show a woman with weakness, you have something with the potential to be a great movie, but turns out to be a complete pile of shit.
Yeah.
AKA Atomic Blonde.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of potential. Turned out to be a festering pile of shit.
Yes.
Because you have a woman heel kicking 200-pound men down a flight of fucking stairs is when I fucking check out. And I just lean back and start fucking around on my phone. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
So we have her coming in to Jason Statham's room, Beaming Lee, to apologize for yelling at him and whatever. And when she comes in, he's basically half naked.
It's kind of almost like the Chris Hemsworth scene in Thor, the first one, when he had the bath towel.
Natalie Portman took a look at him.
Yeah. It's kind of like that.
And then he was kind of smiling at the end, just like how Jason Statham was smiling at Bing Bing. It's like, it was...
It's like, I know what you're
weird,
thinking.
and it got really weird when she saluted at him. I was like...
That's what I liked the most. That was her being awkward, because she didn't know what to do. She saluted at him. She's like, okay, so, that's how it is. All right. Okay. All right, so up and at him. And she salutes him, because she can't even look him in the eyes. She's looking into the saw. She salutes him and walks out the door. I'm like, did you just fucking salute me? If I were there, I would have stopped her. Wait. Did you just fucking salute me? What the fuck? Why would you do that? Now, that would just be twisting the knife. She was just feeling awkward and didn't know what to do.
And she
fucking saluted him and walked out. And to me, that was cute.
Yeah.
That was just so fucking cute. I loved it.
You can see she's kicking herself right outside the door. She's like, fuck, what the
fuck was I completely fucked that up. I be thinking the same thing, like, she came out wearing that hot dress, and I fucked it up. She's never gonna sleep with me now. I love that. That was that's probably the second best scene in the movie.
Yeah.
No. So, second best. I loved it. It's very cute, very endearing. And you can see right there, okay, they're gonna be a couple.
Yeah.
So.
They spell it out for you.
Yeah. So you think everything's fine and dandy, but lo and behold, they're like, okay, what do we do now? We need to go back down there. We need to research some more. Oh no, Toshi's dead. How can we think about doing that, blah blah blah, whatever. Then they get on a whole bunch of the morality bullshit, which is also another famous trope from action movies.
Yeah, we
have messed around with Mother Nature. Man is not meant to reach so far. We must back off and never make this mistake again. Bullshit. We must go further. It is man's place to discover. That's a constant type of trope.
Yeah.
What was it Statham said? Maybe Mother Nature made that thing extinct for a reason. And I was like, maybe you shut the fuck up. It went extinct because it ran out of shit to eat. Fucking huge. While they're debating, apparently the Megalodon
attacked a couple of fishermen ships.
No. Remember, they have whales going around.
Oh,
their
yeah,
thing,
that's right.
And the Megalodon attacked and basically devoured one of the whales. You know, the little girl, she sees the Megalodon trying to bite the side of the window.
Yeah, she screams.
So she screams, and because she screams, the mother is 3 floors up, and the mother is like, "Me!" And then Jason Statham, I'm thinking is on the same floor, but like all the way on the other side of the station, just stops, looks around, and runs. I'm like, they don't hear her.
They don't hear her. Dude, she's topside. The mother's topside. She's above
she's
water.
not even in the fucking water. Like,
Yeah, she's
they
a-
don't hear her, right?
Yeah,
What the fuck's going on? But they all run straight to her. They're like, "Baby, what happened? Oh, the monster came and tried to eat me." And Jason Statham looks at the teeth. Him and his brother look at the teeth and then look at each other, and they just kind of,
Yeah,
they know
that's right.
it's here.
And then we get a scene
Which I love.
that was so good.
I loved it.
It's because they took a page out of Deep Blue Sea,
Hell yeah.
and he's
Make
like,
the audience understand there's consequences.
look, where's the mother?
The baby whale.
The baby
showed
whale.
up. It was screaming and crying. They're like, "Hey, where's the mother?" And then the Megalodon came back and like it ripped it in half with one bite.
That was also like Jurassic Park. Where it's like,
And she shields her daughter's eyes so
that's
she
like,
don't see it. I'm
but
like,
where's the
damn.
goat?
Where's the goat?
But you didn't see it eat the goat.
No, you
You
didn't.
saw him swallow the goat.
The bad thing is that the Megalodon left half of this poor baby calf.
And that's why they eventually starved.
Yeah, just what a waste.
You just took one large chunk and then you just walked off.
Those animators did a great job making a whale look sad. I don't know if you noticed. That baby whale looked fucking sad.
I'm not an environmentalist, but I will give you that. That fucking whale did look somewhat sad.
After them seeing the Megalodon, they get reports that 3 shark poaching ships.
Shark
Shipping,
poaching.
yeah.
Yeah, we remember shark poaching is a bad thing.
Oh yeah,
They couldn't say, "Oh yeah, 3 families on their boats were ripped to pieces." No, bad things have to happen to bad people.
yeah.
If bad things are happening to good people, we have to be actively attempting to stop it at that time.
Yeah.
That's part of the rule.
So you see, just shark pieces all over the
Yeah, so they
ocean.
go out to the fishing
The
boats that
shipwreck
were
pieces,
attacked.
yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, all these sharks are missing fins." Yes, shark fin soup. These men are illegal poachers. And I'm like,
Oh no, here we go.
but at this point I get what's going on.
Yeah.
I want to roll my eyes, but I don't. I'm like, they're following the flow. They're following the instructions. They're following the instructions. What are you gonna do? I can't be angry at them. They're following the instructions.
They were searching for the Megalodon, and they needed to put a tracker on it, so they just convinced Jason Statham to go out there and swim by him
Oh, yeah,
fucking
right.
self.
About
They're
that.
finding out who's a good swimmer.
I just assumed that was bullshit. When the CEO was like, "Oh, I don't know how to swim," he was like, dude, you're fucking CEO of the company. I'm
My
not
body
gonna fucking ask
said
you.
that. It's easy.
You know, it's like, it's fucking, and Jason Statham just goes out there and I'm like, seriously? You're going to swim out
everybody-
to this fucking thing to shoot it with a harpoon and then come back?
He's got a little lifeline thing going, so when he actually shoots the harpoon and the shark gets pissed, they're supposed to reel him in, but the lifeline's kind of attached to his waist.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they're in a panic, they turn the fucking boat on and they start dragging his body. I said, you know what? This guy is going to be a paraplegic for life. There's no fucking way.
If it weren't for the fact that he's Jason Statham.
Yes. And he's looking at the Megalodon face to face in countless amounts of time where he could just punch it or kick it in the face.
And he could have
Yeah,
probably
it was-
punched it and ended this whole fucking
Yes,
thing.
he could have. Yes, he could have. God mode states. And
Hell yeah. So I just let it go. And he's like, yeah, okay, so we're gonna toss a bunch of chum out there. Spoilers. So what they do is they get a shark tank, right?
Yeah.
And here's the funniest part. Tech girl, freaking Ruby Rose, is like, yeah, there's this clear crystalline shark tank. We got this harpoon gun full of poison.
yeah.
The poison will kill it. Statham's like, I don't know. I don't like this tank. Seems dangerous. And she's like, look, the amount of pressure you would need to even crack this thing is like a fucking, like 5 sticks of dynamite or some shit. For you to break it would have to be like an atomic bomb. Trust me, it's not going to break. She'll be fine. It's like, I don't like it. And the moment she's like, yeah, it'll never break. It's not going to break. I'm like, it's going to break.
It's going to break.
It's going to break. It's part of the thing. It's part of the thing. A false sense of security. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to break. So she gets in it and she's down there. And here's the bullshit part, right?
Yeah.
It grabs the cage that she's in. and starts moving with the cage to the point where it like yanks
The crane.
on the crane. They're like, oh no, he's pulling it. The crane's gonna break out. And I'm like, wait, did no one think of this? Did no one think that it's so fucking big? Did
Yes.
no one think it would grab the cage and fucking
pull it,
leave?
yeah.
Yes.
Like a fishing rod.
Yeah, and then she's like, I got a problem. It's the cage. Is he breaking the cage? No, he can't be breaking the cage. I swear to you, he can't break that cage. Like, no, he's fucking swallowing it. He's fucking huge. He is swallowing me in the cage. She manages to harpoon him and get all the poison in there. But now, again, Jason Statham, because no one else can do this
Yeah.
stuff, Jason Statham literally
Jumps into the water.
tears his shirt open, swan dives in there with no fucking mask or
We
guard.
even call, where's his
I
fucking
was
mask?
Like, yo, where's his mask? Where's his air
And then he
machine?
pulls something out, like, out of nowhere.
like a breather or
He
something.
probably had a utility belt or something. It was
Couldn't have
hanging
put that
there
on
or something.
beforehand.
He had no fucking utility belt. He's
I
got a
don't know.
wetsuit on.
Yeah. I can count the pubic hairs on him because it's so tight. He jumps down there and he gets her, swallowing her whole. So he does his Jason Statham. That's his superpower, being a Jason Statham. And opens up the bottom of the hatch and pulls her out. It's kind of all over the place and ridiculous. But here's the best part, though. They get back, taking pictures near the big megalodon we just killed.
They finally got him. And they called the
I was
wall.
bummed out because obviously the movie was
The movie was
over.
clearly over.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was bummed out.
And they,
I thought it was going to come back to life.
well, me too.
Yeah, I was
'Cause
like, he's
they're
going to bite his head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was cringing because the guy was like, "Oh, take a picture. Put
Stick
your
your-
head in the
Stick
mouth.
your head in the mouth.
Put your head in the mouth."
It's like,
yeah, it looked like it was gonna move.
I was waiting on it.
And the black guy dropped the crane that was holding the megalodon, and so it dropped the wall into the water, which is
Yeah.
actually kind of fucking funny. He's like, "What the hell is going on?" The megalodon was bleeding all over the place, leaving a trail of blood for other sharks to come find them. And lo and behold,
When you thought it was safe,
a fucking another megalodon comes out,
There
a
was-
bigger
actually
one.
a bigger one.
I
yeah.
think that was like supposed to be the mother or some shit.
I don't know what it
It was
was.
twice as big.
Yes.
It was actually bigger than the fucking boat that they were on.
Yes.
It was huge.
And it capsized the boat
yes.
and everybody on it.
Everybody fell off it.
But while this was happening, I do believe someone was struck by a crane and still lived.
Who was it?
Oh, it
Ruby
was
Rose.
That's-
it was the dad, wasn't it?
No.
No. It was Ruby Rose. Because I remember I leaned over. I was like, dude, if she's fucking alive.
I know. You know how many?
Again, the process says she should be.
Yes.
But that fucking crane swung around full blast and caught her in the goddamn
Gut.
chest.
Yes. Yeah, she should be dead.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, she should be dead. Fuck the drowning. The drowning is just a side effect.
Yes.
When that fucking crane hit her, that should have collapsed her entire fucking
Yes.
rib cage. Only if it did not pierce her heart should she still be alive. And even if she was alive, she would have lost so much oxygen with that smashing into her like that. When she went in that water, she would have drowned within seconds.
Jason Statham should have died like 10 times
Yeah, he fucking saved everybody.
in this one scene.
When that thing capsized the boat, he not only was he untouched, he saved the girl's father.
Yeah.
He saved the girl's daughter, I
Yep.
think. He saved the black dude
Yes.
and his brother.
Yes.
And then I think someone else saved Ruby, I believe.
But
So now you have a megalodon twice as big
yes.
that's pissed off, and it takes off, and it's on its way to like the most populated beach that they have.
Which was kind of fucking awesome.
Hell yeah! This is when the movie hit its stride,
Yes.
dude. This is when the movie went balls to the wall. I couldn't stop sweating. I was sweating like a son of a bitch. I couldn't stop. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Like, are you chasing that dragon, Antoine? I almost got the dragon, man. I gotta keep chasing the dragon. Felt like I was tapping the vein. This is when the movie hit all fucking cylinders.
Yeah.
So like, okay, the CEO tried to go out and kill it himself. Instead of killing it, they killed a whale because they were looking at the tracker wrong.
It was
Yes.
nighttime. Yeah.
It was nighttime
Yeah.
and
So the guy's like, oh, it's still out there. Get me the fuck out of here. And they yanked the speedboat into high gear, and he flips off. And I guess no one noticed. And they just drove
they just
off.
fucking drove off and
And
left
it's
them
like,
behind.
all this needs are some fucking Three Stooges sound effects, I swear to God. So the guy's trying to climb up on top of the dead whale carcass, and the megalodon comes and eats him, like chops both of his hands off. So they're still like gripping it, which I thought was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So,
I
like-
felt bad because I actually liked
too.
his
I liked
character. I was like, oh man.
Was he
what
an
the fuck?"
asshole? Everybody who has a certain level of responsibility is something of an asshole.
But he
So
didn't
I will
deserve
I
it.
will let him slide. He was fine.
Yeah, he didn't really deserve it, but whatever.
They say, all right, let's get this boat down to where that megalodon is. We're going to play a siren song of a whale, and he's going to come to us to eat the whale.
Yeah.
And then we're going to shoot him with, what was it? Was it explosives or
Yeah,
missiles?
some kind of torpedo.
Missiles.
Torpedo.
Yeah, I get underwater missiles, whatever. You want to get fancy with it. So you're going to shoot them with underwater missiles from their little underwater miniature submarine space fighters.
Yes. Which the movie became like,
it was off the wall.
it was like all of a sudden I thought they were in space.
Yeah.
This shit was like a dogfight.
It was off the wall.
It was.
At this point, it was completely off the goddamn rails, and I kept saying, more.
And
Just pour it all down my throat. The straw is too goddamn slow.
And then
give me more.
Then it was like helicopters that kind of noticed, hey, there's something going on here.
But
Yeah,
that,
They
but-
crash onto
There's
the...
something going on here. Let's fly over there and see what it is while at the same time closing our eyes. I'm sure the cameraman can't film it himself. The pilot also has to look to where the cameraman
like, what
is.
the fuck is
make
that?
sure-
The helicopters can't do their jobs.
Now the helicopters fucking smashing into one another. I'm like, what the fuck? That's fucking pandemonium. I loved it.
It's like the worst when you drive on a highway and people want to slow down just because
They're
they want to see that.
spectating.
Yeah, imagine your only job is to drive and the person sitting next to you is recording all of that so you can see it later. Your job is just to drive. But you say, fuck that. I'm going to look at what the person's recording while they're recording it. Now imagine that same freeway was so big that you could literally drive in any direction at any point. Not just 2 degree, not just forward, backward, left, and right. You can go up and down in your car too. And you still manage to fucking hit somebody. Also, there's only 3 cars on the road.
Yes.
And you still manage to fucking hit someone.
Oh man.
Beautiful.
Little bit disappointed that the shark didn't jump up and eat a helicopter.
Oh, you fucking stole that.
I'm sorry.
Well, I will say, I too, when
I was waiting for it to happen. He was kind of low to the ground.
I was waiting for that to happen because if it did, I swear to Christ, I would have stood up and started slow clapping. if that shark would have jumped up and grabbed the helicopter out of the air, I would have had a tear come out of my eye like, they're following the script. They're following the old methods. They're worshiping the old gods and not the new. I would have been very, very proud.
They even incorporated the few screenshots of the poor pedestrians in the
Which
water.
was great.
And they had this one.
That was the schlock grade. That's the number one selling thing about this movie is the schlock.
They had that one. They had those little islands of people just sitting on where you could just rent the island.
Little pier.
Yeah, the little
That's
piers. You had the little Chinese guy saying in English, "Oh my god!"
I'm thinking he sees a shark.
I'm thinking he sees.
Oh my god! I'm thinking he sees a shark.
He's looking at the hot chicks. Come over here in their bad English. I was just imagining in my head. I got an apple pie.
Man, when that shark went past them and snagged that rope and started dragging them, flipping off, I was like,
"Oh, hell was going
if
brilliant."
this shark goes through this whole place and doesn't kill nobody, I'm going to be pissed.
Hey,
but thankfully, I wasn't pissed.
No. The funny thing is, no one knew it was a shark going on until the Americans that was actually at that water said shark, and they had to translate that into every other language.
The Americans yelled out
shark. And they were like, shark.
I thought it was weird that there was a view from the top, like if there was another helicopter looking at everything. You saw the megalodon and to the right, and then everybody was to the left. I'm like, how come nobody got off the beach yet? It's like they're still floating in the water.
They just abandoned all people to get the fuck out.
They only evacuated the right side of the beach, but everybody's still kind of floating and waiting for something to happen on the left side.
Yeah, there was a lot of people.
Yeah, there was.
But I actually liked that one scene. There was this guy in this inflatable ball. Well, there's a lot of people.
That was great. And I'm in the midst of all this, we know it's going to be horrible. I see that guy in the inflatable ball, and I read Joe, I look over the radio. You know, I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I wanted to get in one of those and go in the water. It just seemed like fun.
Honestly, I think that guy could have made it to fucking shore faster than everybody else.
Absolutely, he could have. I mean, the fact that he was rolling on top of people actually benefited him.
Yes.
That would have made him go faster. And the best part is, remember, this whole thing is schlock.
Yeah.
Number one selling point of this movie is schlock. Give me some more. Schlock. The schlock is like adding MSG to food. It makes the flavor pop. It's bad for you, but that flavor really comes out.
Yeah.
And you're like, give me some more. I'm like an overweight fat fuck. Give me some more of that MSG. Give me some of that slock. Pour that shit into my veins. And the guy on the ball, when the shark finally bit him and he was closing in on the ball, you heard it pop like a balloon. And I'm like, Slock,
like a
baby!
little cartoon.
Slock!
You know,
I
there was so much death that you didn't see, but they did it so smart because it could have been
at
really
least-
gory.
At least 60 people died, but it didn't have to be gory. It was good.
They made it fun. They made actually death in this movie
the
fun.
key. They made the whole thing fun.
There's a lot of fucking people in that damn thing.
Nothing was more fun. So they lured a shark away for the final fight between just two people. The shark is fighting with this Bing Bing Lee.
And Jason Statham.
No, Ray. Jason motherfucking Statham.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's his name in this movie.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking after everything that happened, I'm so glad they did this. After everything that happened, they can't possibly raise the bar enough to top all the ridiculous shit that's happened. I'm thinking some man in the studio in a suit screamed at me in Chinese, slapped me in the face, spit on the floor, and screamed at me in some more Chinese. And I don't know what he said. I sat down and stared at the screen. After telling him, you can't possibly give me something to top that.
Yeah.
I had offended his family, is
Yeah.
what I said.
Oh, yeah.
His honor, they're big on that shit. I had offended his honor, he slapped me in the face, and I sat down and I continued watching. Jason motherfucking Statham defeated the final Megalodon, which was twice as big as the other one. This is like a good fucking 90 feet.
Yeah,
Easy.
90 feet.
This fucker killed it by jumping out of his sub and fucking stabbing it to death with a fucking Bowie knife. Because he is Jason motherfucking Statham. And I was saying, when it was crunching down on his sub, and the little submarine, he took out a knife, and I was like, do it.
You turned to me and said, what the fuck is he going to do with that?
Like, Jason, look, it's me. It's me. And guess what? He looked at the screen. I saw a little bit. He just smiled. Just a little bit. Just for me. I feel like he was smiling just at me. And he jumped out of that sub. He proceeded to stab that fucking shark to death.
Yeah.
And he killed it.
But before then, he told everybody goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
That there was only one way, and he was still in his ship, and he had previously crashed the ship.
I thought he was going to kamikaze
Yeah.
himself.
He previously crashed the ship, so there was a little bit of piece of metal hanging off the side, and he cut the Megalodon in half, but not really. He's just disemboweling
Yeah,
it.
he disemboweled it. Yeah.
And that motherfucker still did not want to die. And when he was chomping down on him,
roaches.
Yeah, that's when he grabbed on hold to that damn shark. And this shark never left the water. Not one point in the movie did the shark ever jump out of the water until the very end.
And even then, that shark jumped 20 feet.
Into the air.
And in the air, after stabbing it repeatedly, Jason Statham shoved a harpoon in its eye.
Yes.
And then kicked the entire whale off to the side and then backflipped back into the water.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't think the stabbing killed that shark. I think that shark died because Jason Statham willed it.
His brain is nowhere near his eye.
Oh, you don't know that. I think he learned that from this lady. She was like, I'm going to put the poison in his eye. Damn it, I missed. And so he remembered she said that.
No, putting the poison in his eye has nothing to do with the eye being close to the vein. She needed a soft spot to get it inside of its body. It didn't matter where she got it in there. As long as it commingles with the blood that's in his body, it's
I've got to say, there's no other action hero that's done this. Killed anything this fucking big by himself. Name him.
I want to say Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I can't say for sure. Because it wouldn't surprise me if it were Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has the credit of killing the Predator.
But the Predator's not big.
No, the Predator's not big.
But the Predator could probably kill the shark.
Yes.
So it kind of...
And we can't say Stallone, because Stallone didn't fight anything this fucking big.
Well, Stallone only fought humans. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Be it Rocky or Rambo, he's only fighting people. He never graduated to aliens, which Arnold Schwarzenegger
I mean, the
did,
closest guy you can say maybe is Chris Pratt.
Yeah, but...
in Jurassic World, but not really. He didn't do any of the heavy lifting.
That took itself too seriously. Remember, this is schlock.
Okay.
And that schlock, I want you to spread it thick. I like it thick. Put that schlock on my bread. I want you to double spread it. It's the schlockiest thing. This is either the second. No, I'm going to say the first.
Yeah.
This is the most enjoyable movie of the year. I put it just behind Infinity War, but I enjoyed the living shit out of this, and I'm probably going to see it twice. This is fan-fucking-tastic. Was there anything else you wanted to put in before you rank it?
One of my favorite scenes was when what you guys were mentioning before, the shark tank that was plastic.
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny because the boat was pulling him like actual light bait, like a fishing rod.
Yeah, but that was Jason the motherfucking Statham.
Well,
I mean, you know.
I guess my favorite scene is the calamity that was going on at the fucking beach.
The whole beach scene combined.
Yes.
That was good.
That was pandemonium.
I thoroughly
and
enjoyed it.
Focusing on one fat child in the water. Apparently, like, everybody left that kid to death.
His nipples were inverted. He had it coming.
Oh.
He's genetically inferior. Inverted nipples are just really looked down upon with the Chinese. No, my favorite scene was just when he popped out of that sub with nothing. No scuba tank, no scuba goggles, nothing but a knife in his fucking hand. And he stabbed that fucking megalodon to death. And then he looked at it, and I think he kissed his finger and said, and it died. He just whispered in its ear, and that megalodon died. Until my dying day, I will say that megalodon did not die because he stabbed it to death. That megalodon died because Jason Statham willed it.
Yeah, he willed it.
That's why he died. Let's rate this. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
I genuinely had to sit there and think, because honestly, I was tempted to give this and I want this inside of me. And it's not, oh, it's such a great movie. This is a fun movie. This is a fun movie that's meant to be an action Hollywood blockbuster. And it's a fun goddamn movie. I did not want to see this. Only by the grace of God and M did I end up seeing this. I did not want to see this piece of shit. And I saw it, and it's not only opened up a great movie to me, it's opened up a door, because we're going to go back and watch all that legendary film shit.
Yeah.
We're watching all of it, starting with, what's The Rock being a cripple?
Oh, yeah, he's a skyscraper.
We're going to watch Skyscraper probably today. I think it's still in some of the theaters.
Yeah.
We're going to watch it.
Yeah, let's watch it.
So, at the very least, I may not say I want this inside of me, but God damn it, very, very, very high full price. And I swear, if I heard one person say I want this inside of me, I'll probably change my vote.
Oh, wow.
I'm that excited about this. You know how long it's been since I've had this much fun with an action summer blockbuster?
I totally forgot about everything
Yeah.
watching this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I forgot about
That's what I was gonna
everything.
mention.
I didn't
Yeah,
think
I
about
was-
President Trump. I didn't think about Antifa. I didn't think about alt-right or SJ. I didn't think about none of that shit. I was just watching this and just fucking enjoying it.
Yeah.
How long has it been? I wanted to smoke a cigarette when it was over and look at the movie and say, you know I love you, right? That's what I wanted to do. It's been so long and it tasted so sweet,
You know,
because we've been apart for so long.
It was so funny that I thought there were going to be a sequel, and it said
Oh, there
Finn
will
at the
be.
very.
There
They're
will
just
be.
looking at the numbers to see where it pulled out.
And
it-
guess what? I'm gonna see that sequel. I'm gonna see this one again.
Yeah.
So
45 million, not bad for a non-sequel, non-hyped movie.
I am going to see this
It's actually
again.
done really well.
Is it the number one for the
Yeah,
weekend?
it is number one for
It's
the weekend.
number one for the weekend.
Yep.
What's the numbers on the one right below this?
No, 20 million Mission
So-
Impossible.
So this is 40. Mission Impossible is 20.
Yeah.
All right, that's decent.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
decent.
It's good. Well, I'm going to give this a high full price. I mean, this was fun. At first, things felt a little shoddy, a little quirky, a little cheesy. But the
Until you realize the plan.
once the action kicked in, I was like, what the there's no way this guy should be alive. But you know what? I'm going to roll with it. This was a man's man. There was a problem and he fucking solved it. Be damned.
We've got a problem and I'm going to solve it. But first, let me take off my shirt.
Yeah. But I'm going to give this a high full price.
Yeah,
Em, what do you think?
I love the movie, but I'm gonna give it a high full price. It was
Why?
borderline of I Want It Inside Me.
What?
Yeah.
That's all Statham.
Yeah.
That's all Statham.
And like what you mentioned before, like I came in the theater a little sad. Oh
Oh, get
man,
the
I'm
fuck
stressed
outta here.
out.
You
And
were
then
the-
I watched this
you were
movie
the
and I
one-
forgot all the issues I had in my life. I just
And
this
at
is
the
like
end
a
of the
therapy
day-
session.
At the end of the day, isn't that what they're supposed to do?
Yeah, it did
That's
its
what
job.
they're supposed to do at the end of the day.
Yes. I left the theater with a smile.
I mean, did it actually help that the actual chairs were rocking with the vibrations?
I
of
mean,
the
we
sounds?
had top notch
Yes.
like
But you
surround
know what?
sound.
Based on the
Thing.
cinematography, I'll tell you, had we gone to the 3D theater instead of the Dolby
Yeah.
theater, would have been just as good. Could you see how it comes up so
Yeah.
close and snaps?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
aiming for that. You know what? The next time I see it, I'm gonna see it 3D. Just to compare and contrast. That was good. That was good. All right, so this gets
a high full price.
a very, 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 very high full price. Very high full price.
All right, guys, don't forget to visit our website at G2TA.net and gottatalkaboutit.com.
You know how I was telling you movies like politicizing shit and
Yeah.
whatever to take you out of it instead of having a stupid schlocky movie?
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. What should be a schlocky movie?
Yeah.
The Purge, right?
Yeah.
The newest one, the first Purge.
This piece of shit.
There's a scene in there where some guy's chasing a woman. He's coming out of the sewer to grab her.
Yeah.
And he's like swiping in between her legs, like
Yeah.
he's trying to grab her jeans to drag her back in. And she kicks him in the face and knock him down. You know what she says?
What?
Pussy grabbing son of a bitch.
Oh
Now, what
my
do you
god!
think that means?
I didn't. Oh god!
This is the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, okay, you know what? I'm trying to get away from all that shit.
Yeah.
But no, you're trying to give a message. Fuck this, and it takes you out of it.
Yeah.
No, you don't have that these days.
No. A piece of fucking mind.
Yep.